On today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're taking another look at the Expressionator from Mission Engineering to show you a really cool feature that it has that we didn't really show on the one episode that we did about the pedal.
So we've done an initial episode on this pedal, and it's excellent. It's cool. And I think we missed this one feature, but it's super important, which we're kind of glad because it gives us a chance to come back and then show you how it could be used to make some really cool sounds, I think, in this case. So we have the Rototron by Pigtronix, which has two expression ports. It has one for the low rotor and one for the high rotor. And so how can we use the Expressionator to control both of those kind of independently? And so we're running stereo amps for you. And so if you hear like a low hum and some static, there's two amps running pretty hot over here, and that's why. And we're not sure how to get around that. All right. So, Expressionator, the Mission EP1, and you can see this pedal as I move it. If you haven't seen the first episode, as I move it, you can see the lights move. So in heel, the lights are just appearing, in toe, but that may not always be the case in this little demonstration for you. So I'm going to hold it up for this part. In the intro, you heard it in the intro. You're going to hear it in the outro a little bit. So here we go. Right now, C is controlling the low rotor, and B is controlling the high rotor. So if Pat plays a chord, and I move the expression, it should be at the fastest for the low rotor, and I pull this back, it will slow down. Let me just check one thing, and you should hear the high rotor being slow the whole time. Okay. So let's do that quick. Let's turn the pedal on. Okay, so now, if I go over, I'm going to leave this in heel. The Expressionator will remember that. I'm going to go over to B real quick just to show you. If he plays a chord and I go forward, you'll hear the high rotor speed up, low rotor will stay slow. Okay, both are slow right now. I'm going to hit this little button, turn C on. Now we've linked them together. If you hit a chord and I go forward, they should both speed up. All right. One last thing. I'm going to make C go backwards. So I hit set, and I've set that to the reverse ramp. So now the low rotor should go from fast to slow, and the high rotor should go from slow to fast. So there's nothing we didn't show you right there so far that we didn't show you in the first video we did on this. So if you need deeper explanations of that, go watch the first video. Now, here's where we can do something I think that's pretty cool. It's a little too fast.
Right.
And it's a little too slow. So let's not link them. Let's go work on the high side once. If I hold down the set button, this is now blinking kind of slow. I'm setting the heel. So if you play, right, so that's where we're going to set the heel. Now it's blinking fast. And now we've set the toe. So it's not as slow. It's not as fast. We can then go over to B, do the same thing. I'm going to hold the set down until it's blinking. Now we can set the low speed. So now we've kind of adjusted that. Now we still have them going backwards, but now they're not going to get as fast and as slow. Right. So if you want to play your little thing, yeah. So that's the span feature. And now we're just showing you this with the Rototron because we can do two different things, one same pedal. But like now, remember, I mean, think about how you could have a delay, right. You could have a reverb, you could have a Leslie, whatever you have hooked up to this. That you could be doing some really wild stuff. And this sounds, I don't know.
Yeah, we liked the idea of this before. But really didn't have a way to totally do it. Well, we could try one expression pedal on either side, but that's just not practical. You can't balance yourself. You're like riding a unicycle.
So this, right, it's very cool. So that's the span feature, and kind of the other features too. Just wanted to take a minute, come in, show you how that can work, how cool those features can be, how cool this box can be at controlling the Rototron. We still have A over here, so if we wanted to, we could still
add something else.
Right, still add something else. We could come over here. Remember, you don't have to link them together, so we could come over to B, set B at high, come over to C, and just move the low rotor underneath of that high, B always being high if you play a chord or two real quick. So you could just do one. There's some possibilities are endless. So, anything to add?
No, it's really interesting what it can do.
Right. So the Mission Expressionator, that's a span feature, the EP1 from Mission. We'd like to take a minute. Thank everybody that's tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, clicking the notification bell, hitting the like button, commenting down below. If you go out to Instagram or Facebook, connect with us there. Anytime you connect with the show, it really helps us out. Check out the website. We've been loading all the series and videos from each series in one place there. There's some other cool things, like some cool t-shirts and things like that. So that's going to be super. Why did he... Sorry. It's built like a tank.
Yes.
With that,
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you, no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear.